Hi there, my name is Melanie, and I'm here today to talk to you about building systems and standard operating procedures. I'm a fractional COO, and I've spent years running and scaling businesses, including a law firm that I ran for 5+ years, where I handled everything from operations to processes, marketing, finance, sales, admin, you name it, I did it. I've seen firsthand how the right systems can transform a business from chaotic and reactive to efficient, scalable, and profitable. We grew the firm over 4 years and quadrupled the revenue and grew the team. That is profit. So today I want to show you how to take control of your firm's operations through processes and SOPs so you can work less, grow more, and empower your team. So this is a little bit of our agenda for today and what we're going to talk about. The why, the mindset, essential standard operating procedures for a law firm, how to do it, and your next steps. So what are you going to do to get yourself to that place where you can scale and start growing efficiently? So one of the first things you have to think about is your why. Why do you think you need SOPs? Why do they matter? They are more than just checklists. They are the key to removing yourself from the day-to-day grind of documenting processes. You stop constantly reinventing the wheel, repeating tasks you'll save time on. You maintain consistent, high-quality service for your clients while reducing stress and lowering the risk of burnout for yourself. Standard operating procedures will empower your team to take ownership and be accountable, as well as to reduce errors. All these things will free up your time, and over time, you'll be able to focus on growth strategy and work that truly matters, billable work, and be able to spend time on building a scalable business that will increase the long-term value of your firm. You need to shift your mindset, think systems and not tasks. So what does that mean? Well, adopting a systems mindset is about thinking about the processes, not just tasks. It's about putting workflows before people and technology. Strong processes will create consistency, reduce errors, and allow your team to perform at a higher level. The systems are not one-time fixes. They're living tools that should evolve as your firm grows. When you focus on processes, you make decisions strategically rather than consistently reacting to crisis after crisis. You should not be doing everything in your business, and your team should be taking over the right things to grow themselves and the firm and move you guys forward. So, what does this all mean? It means you need to work less, achieve more, which will help to solve a capacity and efficiency issue. What does it mean? It's not about doing less. It means removing the bottlenecks that steal your time by identifying capacity gaps and optimizing workflows. So you're free to focus yourself on high-value work that'll drive growth. Standard operating procedures make it possible to build a team that can deliver reliable work without your constant supervision. Ultimately, this will help to solve the problem of efficiency and allow you to achieve more, while working less. You can start working more on your business than working in your business. And that's what every business owner should be doing. So what are some of the core essential standard operating procedures that law firms need? There's a lot of them. I'm just going to touch on a few here. But there's ones like client intake and onboarding. So you need to have somebody on your team be responsible for this. And like I said, these are the backbones of your operations. You need to ensure the client from the start to the end is right from the beginning, that they get off on the right foot. You want to make sure those leads that come in convert into revenue, that your marketing is working, and that you're closing those leads. You want to make sure you have file management and production processes in, and that they're accurate, they're organized, and they're efficient. You want to make sure the right people are doing the right job, which means that you aren't necessarily doing everything. Everything you do should be at a billable rate. You should not be doing low-level tasks. And having these processes is going to support those things. Having proper processes for communications, follow-up, legal task management. These are all crucial parts of your business that you need to have. So many people out there, I hear it all the time, they think they know what they're doing, but when it comes down to it, they do. But if nobody else knows and somebody leaves the office unexpectedly, or they quit or vacation, can somebody come in and take over doing that position and there's no loss or impact on the firm? Things need to be running smoothly. When you have these processes, you reduce those risks, errors are reduced, and you know this all can affect your clients and your business when you don't have those proper things documented. So, what are the next steps? What you need to do, it's the how you do it. You need to document, draft, and delegate. So, what does that look like? You take your task. So, you take a voice recording on your phone, you write it down, or you do a video. You need to document out every single step. Make sure it is broken down into actionable steps that are easy to follow. A 5-year-old could walk into the firm and do this job. Anybody could. They know exactly how to do it and what they need to do. You take all of that, you put it into, say, ChatGPT or an AI tool, and you ask it to create a standard operating procedure for you. It'll pump out a document, you review it, you edit it, you make sure it's correct, and now you have a standard operating procedure that probably took you 15 minutes, maybe a bit longer, depending on if you know all the steps. The goal here is to create documents that are clear, repeatable, and accessible so anybody can follow them without guessing at what needs to be done. So, what am I asking for you to do now? I'm asking you to do some of your own work. Just pick 1 or 2 of the tasks from the first webinar that you documented and start following those steps. Record it, write it out, do a video of what each step is, pop it into ChatGPT, change it into a standard operating procedure, review it, test it with your team, and then roll it out to the team. And make sure the instructions are clear, like I said, so they can be followed. It's a living document. It can always be updated. But just by doing this, you are now starting to build your library of processes, which is going to allow you to be able to delegate confidently and to grow your firm without having to do everything yourself. So what else does this mean by having this? Well, first of all, you can't delegate properly if you don't have processes. It's critical. How can you delegate if people don't know what to do? So without standard operating procedures, your team does not have the guidance to execute those tasks correctly, which can lead to mistakes, miscommunication, and frustration for yourself and your team, and even your clients. SOPs will give your team confidence and direction they need to take ownership of their work. When your team can operate independently, it frees your time. So like I said before, you can focus on the highest billable work and strategic growth, networking, whatever your goals are and your priorities all. This is all will support those goals by creating SOPs, delivering results. It's essential if you want to grow your firm successfully. And in short, building strong systems is how you build a strong team. So I hope this short presentation was helpful, and I would love to chat further with you to help you and your business grow and get out of this inefficiency bubble. My name is Melanie Senavarotny, and I help lawyers turn inefficiency into profits so that they can grow.